Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Match Recap. In this particular episode, we're going to be looking at the game between Anthony and Steven. Anthony, the young boss, self-proclaimed young boss, taking on the Resurrection, Steven. I call him the Resurrection because after a relatively poor start to the season, in his last few games, he's put in some really good performances, getting points on board. His team is looking good, he's playing well, and he's truly risen from the dead, essentially. So, Steven, you're officially the Resurrection. So, these two guys, they're buddies, they know each other's gameplay. They've battled several times in friendlies, but this is the league. And can Steven build on the momentum that he's been picking up, or will he run out of steam? Let's get into the action. So, it was a very, very close fought game, as you would expect. I mean, these two guys, they've played each other numerous times, and so they're familiar with each other's play styles. But it would be Anthony that would break the deadlock. A questionable penalty there. I'm just going to take it back a little bit, because for me that's a bit controversial. That penalty, it looked kind of soft. I didn't feel Varane did too much wrong there. He might have mistimed the tackle a little bit, but he brought down Pogba, and Steven concedes an early penalty. And I believe it's Wayne Rooney who steps up to take the penalty for Anthony. Yep, it's Rooney steps up against Perrin. Can Rooney beat Perrin? Of course he can. Call as you like. And Anthony takes the lead from a penalty. And up until that point, it'd been pretty level. But, Anthony fortunate to pick up a penalty there, and he buries it. But it wasn't too long afterwards. Steven would level. A nice through ball there. Played through to Muriel. He misses the initial shot, but Coutinho is there to pick up the rebound. And Steven levels. And that's what Steven's been doing recently. And that Muriel card has actually been very impressive. I've seen Steven use Muriel, and I've been very, very impressive with Muriel. I'm even considering purchasing him myself and having him on my bench as a super sub. He looks very clinical, and although he didn't get the goal on that occasion, he did contribute again to the goal for Steven, and that's what's impressive. You need game changers, people that can contribute and give you a fighting chance in each game, and that's what Muriel did and does for Steven. And the first game didn't really offer much more than that. It ended 1-1. Both guys splitting the points, cancelling each other out. Like I said before, they know each other's play styles pretty well, and they were cancelling out each other very well in the game. So, on to game 2. First game finished 1-1, and in game 2, will they be able to, pick each other apart? Will they be able to? Who will be able to get the upper hand, or would it be a repeat of the first game? But in game 2, it's almost deja vu, almost like a repeat of the first game, because yet again the first goal has come as a result of a penalty, but this time it's the other way around. It's Anthony conceding the penalty this time, and that one a bit more clear cut of a penalty. Valencia's lunged in there, mistimed his tackle, and he's conceded a penalty. Modric steps up for Steven, and we're going to see him. Actually, no, it's Muriel. He changes his penalty taker to Muriel. I thought it was Modric to take it. Muriel takes it and finishes calmly. And Steven takes the lead in the second game and proceeds to dab on his boy. Trying to get some psychological advantage, get under his skin a little bit. Steven takes the lead. And not long after that, Anthony is a young boss. He likes to impose himself in games. He won't be bossed around because he believes he's a boss. And look at this beautiful counter attack from Anthony Griezmann doing what Griezmann does. Look at that beautiful dink of a finish. What a delicious finish that is. I want to see that one again. That was nice. That was really, really nice. I mean, this is literally off of a counter attack. Steven's building up his attack. Bakayoko plays the ball to Mbappe. Mbappe to Griezmann, and Griezmann just holds off the defender, and such a delicious finish. Sometimes people want to do a driven finish in that particular scenario where the keeper's rushing out at you, and keepers are very good at stopping the driven shot now after the patch. So the choice of a shot to just chip it and dink it over the keeper there, very, very nice from Anthony. And he levels, making it 1-1. Steven would again regain the lead, not to be outdone by Anthony. Both guys really wanting to go for the win and try to show their superiority in the game. Both guys trying to establish themselves as the superior player. But look at that, for a banger by Gareth Bale. And this is the difference quality players can make. Initially, Steven didn't have the likes of Bale and Modric and Muriel, but now that he's got these quality guys into his team, they're proving to be game changers for him and unlocking defenses where he had struggled before. Steven goes ahead 2-1. And in fact, Steven, he played really well in this game, but he'll be very disappointed to have allowed Anthony to come back into the game once more. Again, he loses the ball in the middle of the park, and Anthony counters beautifully. The ball falling for Martial there from a through ball, and Anthony Martial, one of the most OP players in this game, is not going to miss an opportunity such as that. Anthony claws his way back into the game. It's 2-2, and this has really been a delicious, action-packed encounter so far. And really and truly, Steven will be kicking himself for not winning this game after this opportunity that he allowed to go begging. It's from a counter-attack. Ball is played through to Valencia, to Muriel, from Valencia to Muriel. It's a 2-on-1 situation there, and you expect that to be a goal any day. Coutinho, picking up the ball there, plays it to Muriel. It's 2-on-1. 2-on-1. Just Valencia, the only guy staying back, and he's just made the wrong decision there, and he's not been able to capitalize. For me, that was the miss of the game. Really, Steven should have wrapped up the game at that point, but the chance went begging. He wasn't able to take that chance. I mean, so at the end of the day, both guys end up splitting the points. Like I said, these are guys that know each other very well. They know each other's play style very well, and I suppose they were well prepared for what the other person was bringing, and they were able to basically cancel each other out. So the first game ended a draw. Second game also ended as a draw, 2-2. They both split the points on what was a very hard-fought game. Let's just take a quick look at the table. Not much has changed at the top. Still Kwaku at the top. Huss second. Matthew has creeped up to third now, and he's really building up momentum. He's only a point behind Huss, and he has about 4 games in hand compared to Huss. At the bottom of the table, again, not much has changed. But after 2 games today between David and Blue, David has now picked up a significant amount of points and pushed himself up to the 5th position on 25 points now. And that's how the table is looking right now. Still more games yet to be played this week, and very, very sure that more action to come and more drama to take place. So that's it for this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, take care of yourself, and may the E8s be in your favor. Peace.